Alright, let's add some stuff to this. Look for a splice preset. See if we can see what key this is in. Nah. Gonna have to auto key it. Flat minor. E flat minor. Fucking stupid 808. It's a different key, not in headphones. It's ridiculous. Stupid. Detect pitch regions. It's A. All right, now we gotta redo this. It's mostly red. It's mostly blue. Yeah, it's mostly blue. It's mostly black keys. It's mostly black keys. Wait. Wait. So this should be E sharp. There's no such thing as E sharp. I'm stupid. Oh. D sharp. Okay, this isn't helping me at all. I need to look at auto key. Um, do do. Alright, I think my iLock session just locked, so make sure we save this. Browser refresh, browser refresh, browser refresh. fixed it. Alright, serum preset. Let's just go to a random page, see what we got here. Let's go to like 23. 23! Damn, is my chat like not working? Or am I even live on Twitch? Yeah, I'm live. Nah, I'm still at 0 viewers, baby. Chat should be doing my thing though, so whatever. Let's just window it just in case. That's sweet. Nothing Chrono Trigger. I guess you can't use like shit like that. All right, so that thing is so loud though. Sweetness. Now let's throw some shit in there. This to be way quieter. Why won't it let you fucking... There we go. Why does it like elongate itself every time you click away? It's retarded. I really need to go up to FL21 because this is bullshit. Serum. Clone it. And it elongated itself again. Fuck off. And I want this. I want to copy it. Put it on the second serum. Alright, this is done. Let's export this baby. What is this one called? Land Before Tech beat. I'm gonna replace it if it's already okay. We're good. Alright, I bounced out 4 tracks, so we don't even have to wait for anything to open. I bounced out 4 tracks.
When I shoot, yeah. Baby, bend it over, shake that ass
From my squad, baby, bend it over, shake that ass like oh my god.
Baby, bend it over, shake that ass from my squad. Baby, bend it over, shake that ass like oh my god. I don't miss when I shoot, it's through. Like my honey's all blue. They She gon' ride with the crew. Are you mad cause I do
What I do?
Are you mad cause I do what you can't? Made a few mistakes,
Still in first place.
still ain't got the fame, but people know my name.
Jamerson, alien, I'm a fucking angel.
The fallen angels are believed to have been expelled from heaven when they allied themselves with Lucifer in his campaign to take over God.
Baby, then get over, shake that ass from my squad. Baby, then get over, shake that ass like oh my god. Baby, then get over, shake that ass from my squad. Baby, then get over, shake that ass like oh my god. Oh my god.
Did it export? Yeah, sure did. Alright, so we got Land Before Tech, Machination Zone, I Object Your Honor, and also Object Evil Man. Where's Object Evil Man? There it is. Alright, so we got all the songs we're going to do for this weekend. There's still one beat that I really want to find. There's one, and once we find that one, then I'm pretty much ready to start wrapping up Arctic Elixirs.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
God stopped the rebellion and cast out all the angels who sided with Lucifer. When God created humans, the fallen angels took it upon themselves to tempt people to sin against God.
I'm fighting all alone for you.
I'm fighting all alone.
But he incited the rebellion, a war against
Are you mad? That's funny. But you still ain't getting no money. I know Philly ain't always sunny,
But I was out there going dumb.
now I'm back here in the south.
Still got the gold in my mouth. Still got my haters pissed off cause I tried to take my soul, but I took another route.
When the voices get loud, I just turn up. Fucking hand out, bitch, I'ma earn some. Shorty geeked out, she nervous. Now she giving brain, tryna learn something. I can make the club go ham.
I can make the whole world dance.
Bands all in my pants. Bands all in my pants.
Are you mad? That's funny.
But you still ain't getting no money. I know Philly ain't always sunny, but I was up there going dumb. Now I'm back here in the south. Still got the grill in my mouth. Still got my haters pissed off cause I tried to take my soul, but I took another route. When the voices get loud, I just turn up. Fucking hand out, bitch, I'ma earn some. Shawty geeked out, she nervous. Now she giving brain, tryna learn something. I can make the club go ham.
I can make the whole world dance. Bands all in my pants. Bands all in my pants.
I just been working, but I've been stressing. I hate my life, but it's a blessing. I spend it all, ain't no investing. I'm a star, I'm a motherfucking legend. So you tryna blow up, but your flow sucks. Maybe you should take notes while I get up. So you tryna make hits, but you sound like shit. Maybe you should quit, get a job, fucking jit. Young, I got too much on my plate. Got to stuff my fucking face like a fucking buffet. Damn, destiny, it's my fate. I am he, that's my faith. I am him, you can't relate. Damn, wow, I am a god, I do go hard. I'll spin your fucking boulevard. I'm with my crew, we do pop off. Damn, okay, I'll put that shit up to your face anytime or any day. Like Burger King, that bitch your way down. I just been working, but I've been stressing. I hate my life, but it's a blessing. I spend it all, ain't no investing. I'm a star, I'm a motherfucking legend. So you tryna blow up, but your flow sucks. Maybe you should take notes while I pick it up. So you tryna make hits, but you sound like shit. Maybe you should quit, get a job, fucking jit.
That shit goes hard.
Pour me up a cup of that blood on my vamp shit. What's up, you guys? It's your boy Jamerson Alien.
We're looking at the very real possibility that this is legitimate extraterrestrial contact. It appears that it originated from
With the pop two sales, it's real. I just do what I do,
I don't do deals.
make money, but I
I
don't
wanna ride with bills.
act funny with a sound. I know you still. Two words with 100 and I in hell. Sunny day with a fan on the trails in hell. Just let me know what I know you feel. We can feed our kids and rock the mill.
I just hit up Liz, I'm off a pill.
I've been copping fits, you know the drill. What's up to the crib like it's a vet. He talking till I bump him like an egg. Got the feature from my one, he bought the flip. I've been dreaming what to do. Making money for so long.
Alright, let's get high.
Until your spirit hits the sky.
I would do neither, but if I had to choose one or the other, I would remain blindfolded, to be honest, because it doesn't
Probably gonna
change
make
the
one
fact that
song
it's
and then
great.
play
Feels
Bolt Gun
good.
for a little bit
Apparently
and
if I
then
laugh at these
stream
memes,
over.
I'm racist. So let's see. This will be really exciting. Hey, we got a
I
GTA
can't
5
tell
here.
the haters my
Yeah, so
plan
far, that
because
was not
they
racist
will
at all.
sabotage. They will try and sabotage.
I think I'm gonna go bald soon. I think I'm just gonna cut all the hair off and go
That was
bald.
funny.
Guys, if this video gets 1 million likes, I will go bald. Straight up. I'll cut my hair down to the sweet nubbins. Will I 1 million likes? That's not worth it. That's not worth it.
Oh, Joe Young's here. See, what the fuck? My chat isn't working.
Impact my life in any way.
What the fuck, man? I hate Prism. Prism sucks. Just rolled up some dandelions. Oh shit, you just got here. Sweet. Attic elixirs will slowly become a musical singularity and engulf every song ever made into itself. That's what I'm saying, dude. Let me see if I can fix this chat box. Cause what the fuck? Prism's so shitty. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm getting too upset. Just made another one. Does it work though? Is the question. Yeah, there you go. God did. What's up, bro?
I love y'all. I appreciate it.
I just bounced 4 tracks. So we got, so you guys don't have to wait for me to like look at the shit and spruce it up. We got the Land Before Tech. That's the best one out of the 4. Machination Zone, I Object Your Honor, and Object Evil Man. Not sure if you were there when I said that, but there's that. I just went to the dentist. Lucky. I wanna go to the dentist. I got a lot of cavities.
Here we go. He's buying it out.
That was so funny.
Dude, cows are weird as fuck. There's some farmers that do some weird shit with them.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I mean, just watch that last little clip a few times and tell me that that ain't true. All right, that's definitely what people are getting up to out in them farms out there in Kentucky, and Tennessee.
Okay,
Where's
any
my voice changer
questions
on
before I
Thursdays
go
and
on from here?
God, I've seen this so many. What kind of fucking voice changer is that even?
Old Farm Cow's got the best throat, for real.
99.
Mr. Hands taught me that.
$9.99.
You think I can get some bitches with these?
You get some bitches with these? You ever seen I think there's a movie about it. Mr. Hands documentary. I still haven't watched it. It's called Zoo. Poor horse. Goddamn raped that horse for reals. He deserved to die. Nah. It's a wild animal. It probably didn't care. Filmmaker Robinson Devor examines the taboo subject of bestiality. He centers the film around the case of the Seattle aircraft engineer who died in 2005 after performing a sexual act with a stallion. The filmmaker interviews a number of zoophiles and dramatic reenactments to illustrate their anonymous comments. What? Oh, I don't even know if I want to watch that
You
shit.
think I can get some bitches with these? Dude, you can get bitches without. You're Knuff. All right, you're Knuff. You shine bright.
Is it a 2-bucket horse or is it a 1-bucket horse? That's what I always say. Have you seen that clip of that family that like they fucked their horses and they were like, "Yeah, we got some 1-bucket horses over here, and these are the 2-bucket horses." And I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here." I think it was on Strange Addictions or something like that.
Bright. Brighter than a diamond. Here we go. We had a chicken nugget last time. I get nuggets. I've seen that so
That's
many
my
times.
family.
I want to know
True.
why. Was it wind or was the building? I guess it wouldn't be the
Joe
building.
Young the
rock.
Stallion.
It would have to be wind. Here we go, bro. I used to play that show on the old Nokia.
call us
I
Hollywood
wasn't that
now.
good though. That's fucking impressive. My dog is broken, I guess. Dude, he knows that that's not a dog, right? Right? Because that's clearly a steer. Jim Carrey actually served 10 years as a military medic. Wrong, wrong, wrong. That's because I lied. Sometimes I listen to Ecstasy of Gold and I fucking love that song. Petey, what are you doing? Now you're doing the same thing.
It's called Ecstasy of Gold. That's like perfect name.
Frankie ran over and stopped her. Good girl. High five. Good girl. Thank you.
Bro, I was watching some shit on the Amazon rainforest yesterday. I've been going down a deep rabbit hole. This guy, what's his name? Jim. Amazon rain. What up, Kenji? We about to record on some beats that we just exported for the Arctic Elixirs. Exported 4 different ones. You already know. Jim. Let's see if I can find him. There he is. I haven't seen this clip.
I threw up a video.
This guy is fucking so interesting. He like lives in the jungle. The way he talks about it makes it seem like a different planet, which pretty much is, but
Of me in the fires, just like screaming and crying and being like, "This is happening every fucking day," and screaming, and it went viral. It went viral, and at that time we had created Jungle Keepers.
oh no,
and
it would be
had-
better if I did this one. Jim, what is it? His name something like Paul Rosalie. That's it. And the one interview he did with this one guy has that one.
It was just like one of those moments. Forests. I wanted to go explore where the little creek led. I wanted to see the turtles and the snakes, and so I was a kid that hated school, did not get along with school. I was dyslexic and didn't know it, undiagnosed. I didn't read until I was like
Here's
10
the one.
years old.
Uncontacted tribes.
Questions. What's the most dangerous animal in the Amazon? Would you say mammal? Let's go with mammal.
Dangerous mammal.
Like dangerous in terms of you walking around doing the solo hike.
I'm gonna disappoint everybody with this, but it's humans. It's nothing. There's no. If I'm out in the Amazon, there's
Yep.
nothing that's going to attack me. You know, and in India, you might have an old leopard or a tiger that's missing a tooth that decides your prey, or you might have an angry elephant that's in must that just decides to flatten.
What up,
you.
Chad? How you doing?
In the Amazon, you're not.
We about to record on
There's
some.
real jaguars
bounced
only
4
want you to
beats.
see them.
Yeah.
And there's really nothing else. One of my friends, a brilliant scientist friend of mine, Pat, got attacked by a rabid ocelot once, but that's like a dieseled house cat just having a fit. You know, wasn't the worst thing in the world.
Did he get raped?
Just the assholes of
Yeah.
Animal Kingdom. Okay,
Yeah, he died from rabies.
in terms of humans, you've said that the tribes, some of
I'm
them
scared of rabies.
uncontacted-
Yeah.
Rabies is like the worst way to die. You get hydrophobia, so you can't drink water. And it's like, yeah, you basically just sit there, you go nuts until you die.
Can be exceptionally dangerous. What's your experience with them? What should people learn? Because it's such a fascinating part of life.
Such
here
a
on Earth,
scary
that there's
fucking
tribes
virus.
that don't have much or any contact with the quote unquote civilized world.
Most of the people that I meet don't actually really understand how isolated these people are, or how weird it is that we're sitting here and that we have iPhones.
Have you ever heard of the lost city of Z, Chad?
And airplanes and all this stuff, and these people are living naked in the forest at this.
Some nut job explorer back in 1852 or some shit convinced himself that there was a city in the Amazon, like a huge like metropolitan like old city built way like in like 500 BC, and he convinced himself from finding all these different documents and shit, like old scrolls and shit talking about this city or whatever. And yeah, he went into the Amazon and they never found him. But like 100 years later or something, we found the city. The motherfucker was right. And there was a huge city undiscovered in the Amazon rainforest in the exact area he was going to search for it. It's fucking fascinating.
This moment. And so the thing though, you know, and I also was recently somebody said, oh, there's like Paleolithic tribes, and it's like no, just by default they're modern tribes living now. They just happen to be living out in the jungle, and there's a huge debate about, you know, do we try and contact them and bring them in? And there's two camps of people on this who they say that it was the trauma of the rubber boom that sent them out that far into the forest and made them terrified of the outside world. And so that's also what made them so hyper violent. I mean, there's one of the guys we work with on our team, Victor, was in, I think it was 2004. He was coming down river and he had a load of mahogany wood, and he's piloting this boat, and he sent two people, husband and wife, ahead to go start cooking breakfast on the beach so they could put the little kitchenette thing down and put the propane. He sent them ahead as he's going nice and slow with the barge.
Yeah, right after I found that, right after I looked it up and saw that it was real, it's like named something different than the Lost City of Z. They like named it something for real. I searched up the top 10 ancient cities like discovered in the last like decade. That shit is insane. I think the coolest one was see if I can find it. The coolest one. Doesn't look like it's going to be on this list. Alright, Lost Cities list. Started with a C. Anyways, it had this thing called, oh yeah, here's where I can look it up. Great Bath. Great Bath. Lost City. The Great Bath. Mohenjo-Daro. Yep. Mohenjo-Daro, ancient city. They had this. See, this is a public pool from like 500 BC. There was a remake of what it would be like. There was a building here with a like no roof, and there was like a bunch of like, you know, people in that pool. Oh, let's see what this says. This tank, popularly known as the Great Bath, was apparently used for ritual purposes by the inhabitants of Mohenjo-Daro. It measures about 39 by 23 feet and is 8 feet deep, with antechambers on their sides. Its floor is blah blah blah. It's an outlet for water disposal through the hydrant with double ring well to feed the bath to keep the tank watertight. A thin gradient in the floor level was maintained, and the fine joint masonry work, blah, was done in the construction of the floor and sides of the bath, and then I can't see what that says. Something in contemporary architecture. Cool.
Coming down the river.
Adult Swim. Bro, it's just they had cool shit. I watch a lot of this guy called Mini Minuteman. He does archaeology. Oh shit.
Head reach the beach. They get out. He starts cutting some cane to start making a fire. Tribe comes out. No warning. They just start screaming. They start shooting arrows. The man instantly gets an arrow through the leg, and it pins his leg so he can't run. He tells his wife, "Go, save yourself," and she does. She jumps in the water. There's arrows falling around her too. And as she's floating down the river, she looks back, and the last thing she sees is these guys getting to her husband and beginning to rip him apart. As Victor comes down the river,
for good reason.
This is a guy we work with every day.
I brought this
Bible. He comes down the river and sees his friend disemboweled.
Sir, we don't speak English.
Up, dissected. His parts are all over the beach. The beach is red. And they only found out what happened because they found her later on holding onto a stick in the river. And they were like, "What happened?" And she was like, "They just attacked. They don't want people on their land." On the sort of the underground WhatsApp chain of the Amazon, in August, like, this was not internationally known.
People have no perspective. Like, could you imagine that? Like, if you were these lost, like these like uncontacted tribes, and like some fucking dude wearing a goddamn V-Lone shirt walks up and is like, "I'm bringing here the word of God, and I want to show you guys rap music." Like, do you think like they're gonna think it's a fucking alien? They're gonna be like, his skin is fucking white. What the fuck? What's that about? He's speaking this alien language. Kill him! Kill him! Quick!
Some loggers went up and tried to steal a few trees from where the tribes were, and then everybody sent the pictures of what the loggers looked like after a few days because the tribes porcupined them with arrows. They were laying there on the ground with just arrows sticking out of their bodies. And then eventually the authorities came out and looked, and there was just these white bodies. I'll show you the pictures later. There's just these white, puffy bodies with like the skulls sticking out. And it was like, you don't mess with these tribes.
I wonder what's the mythology.
There's a couple that the government deems it too dangerous to interact with. I think they're protected by like the Brazilian government, because half of the Amazon is Brazil, right? Yeah, pretty sure. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they protect us, a few of them, the ones that they know of course, because they fly like helicopters over and they can see tributaries and shit. See a tributary, they're like, "Oh, okay, don't fuck with that area." Or, well, unless they're like oil executives or some shit, and they're like, "Fucking bulldoze them."
Around that they construct around who these outsiders are. Are they gods? Are they demons? Are they humans? Who are they? Who are we to them?
Well, you got to go back to the rubber boom. The rubber barons went down there, and at the start of the Industrial Revolution, the only way to get rubber
Papua
was
New
to
Guinea
mine
and
it from
others
the
are
trees that
Amazon.
are out in the forest. And so the only
sweet.
way to do that, because you can't make a rubber plantation in the
Wonder
jungle.
what the Indian one was
the,
like.
The rubber, when it's in plantation form, when it's a monoculture, it gets this leaf blight and it all dies. Henry Ford tried it. It didn't work. And so what they did was they sent these people down who just whipped, burned, enslaved, raped, and pillaged the people. It's one of the worst periods in human suffering that I've ever read about.
For fucking rubber.
One missionary said they were killing the locals the way you or I would kill a mosquito. They just went nuts. And so they sent them out, and they would come back with rubber. And this would go to fuel the Industrial Revolution for hoses and gaskets and tires and all this stuff that suddenly we needed.
Christ.
And it was during that time that these gangs of foreigners would go into the jungle to enslave the natives, that these uncontacted tribes went back into the jungle and said, "Not us."
Fuck no.
And they have
These people are crazy.
bows and
6-foot bows. I've seen that. Like, their bows are as big as they are. So it's like an extension of their person, their body.
Arrows with bamboo tips. They make the bamboo tips into razor blades. And so when those things fly, actually one of my rangers, one of the Jungle Keepers team, was present when the tribes had come out onto the river, and he tried to help them because they're nomadic and they live out there. And so there's an element of like, brother, like, they're trying to be like, you don't need to be like this. Like, we're friendly. So they sent a canoe across the river with bananas, and
Here's
so he's
food.
up to his
They're
waist
like,
in
"Oh,
the river,
great."
and the tribes
They
are
gave us
right
poison
across
bananas.
the river, and they shot, and he sees the arrow coming right at his head, and as he moved to the side, it hit him at the temple, and sliced him back towards the ear, opening him to the skull.
Some of the
He's
tribes are
fine.
cannibalized.
But let
Some
me
of the
tell you
tribes
something. When he
cannibalized.
goes and gets a crew cut, it's the most badass
I could
skull
see
you-
that. So this guy's talking. He says when he sees these people, because he's seen them a rare amount of times, and he says when they see him, there are never old people and there are never kids. He says there's only been a few times where kids have got lost in the Amazon, and someone explorer found them, and they raised them in some city, some real city. Yeah, he said that there were no kids, no old people, so you can only assume that they have some type of like theology, whether or not to kill the kids or not, to eat, and or it's pretty morbid, but I mean, like, they're wild humans, so like, who knows? They probably might not even think it's like a bad thing. They might think it's like, this is good for the sun, like the sun gods or whatever, because that's probably the only thing they see is the sun and the stars. That's the only thing different they see nightly than the jungle. Yeah, I wonder what they think when they look up there. They're just like, what is that? They think it's a ceiling or what? It's crazy.
The scar you've ever seen, man.
Because most of them are Eastern due to warring tribe rituals. Oh, eaten due to warring tribe ritual. Yeah, I guess we could never actually put our finger on it unless we went there.
So he always keeps it real short on that side, but even if you try to help them, they're not necessarily friendly.
That's a tough lesson.
Yeah.
I suppose they have a point.
They have a point, and protecting them is a default of, now that we're protecting all this ecosystems and all these other indigenous communities, it's like we all sort of live with this knowledge that the hermanos, the brothers, are out there, and that's the way they want to keep it. And so we just have to be respectful of, like, you don't camp on certain beaches at certain times of the year because we know that they might be there. You really have to be careful about that.
Have you yourself interacted with any?
My interaction with them came on a solo where I pushed it a little bit too far. And I was planning to do a 3-week, this was like the big one. And I got dropped off by poachers up a river, and I went past the point
Wait,
where
they wouldn't need to eat humans. Now that I think of it, they're an uncontacted tribe. The only reason they would eat a human is for some type of religious purpose, because there's literally an endless amount of food in the Amazon. So yeah, they're not hungry. That's not a thing.
like names. I said, what tributary are we on? And they were like, tributary. And I was like, okay. And I said, leave me here. And I remember the guy being like, are you committing suicide? And he didn't understand that. I was like, no, I have a backpack and I have like food and like I'm gonna like take videos and I have a tripod. And I was like, we're cool here. And they looked at me like they were like, goodbye. And I was like, all right.
They were like, have fun dying.
And I like went up this river and again, like you learn.
This dude got MRSA and malaria at the same time. He got like MRSA on his face and he thought he was gonna die. He wrote a bunch of like, wonder if I could see the picture from the thing here. Let's see if I can find it. I think it's farther in. They start talking about aliens. This is such a good interview. This interviewer is awesome. He's so relaxing. He stops it like in the middle sometimes. Like the next question he'll tell him like a short story. And he'll be like, "What do you think about that?" Oh, this is sweet. Yeah, I can't find it. But.
Learn these things like, you know, it was only when I'd been alone for a week that you realize
his name is Lex Fridman.
You know that saying? They're like, oh, you're born alone and you die alone. It's like, no, you're not. You're born into a room full of people.
They do talk about Jordan Peterson at one point, which was really weird. Because they were talking about how much they look up to, they like the guy, and I was like, all right, I'll skip that part.
usually. At the very least, your mother's there for everybody. And so you've been around people probably, if you're a normal person, every single day of your life.
Yeah.
You've seen dozens, if not hundreds of people. And all of a sudden you realize what a social creature we are. Because on day 6, it gets weird. For me, it got weird. I know there's people that can do it longer.
So what does that mean? Like longing for contact? Like are you lonely?
Longing for contact, the distortion of reality in the sense that, like, you know, you wake up and there's no one there, and you start to, you know, you're going up a river. So I kept looking back down river and almost thinking of my life as something. It was almost like I had already died and I had gone to somewhere else, and I was looking back on that life as like something that I had experienced. And then there came this panic of, what if it's gone? Or like, what if World War III broke out and I just don't know about it? My family in New York is vaporized, and something you're
So actually,
It's a possibility, man.
your ability to comprehend and interpret reality kind of requires other people. It's not just that you're lonely. You need that contact to actually just perceive the world, make sense of it, all of that. So you start basically hallucinating in a certain kind of way.
I started feeling.
Yeah, that's why people in prison come out and they don't know how to get a job and shit. Because it's just like their life is completely different, institutionalized. Or you're fucking you're Sylvester Stallone. What's that shit called? Tulsa King. In this show, he like gets out of prison in like 2023, and he was like in the 80s. He went to jail, and like immediately like Sylvester Stallone like knows how to like you know, get like steal people's Bitcoin and shit. He's like, all right, I opened my Bitcoin wallet. I'm like, dude, you were in prison like a month ago. You wouldn't understand what the fuck Bitcoin is. It's a good show though, really good show actually. I liked it a lot.
Feeling very uncomfortable. It doesn't help also that like Santiago told me these stories where he's like, if you hear capuchins sounding not quite monkeys, if you hear capuchin monkeys sounding not quite like capuchins, he goes, it's the tribe and they're coming to get you. And then the guy who was shot, Ignacio, they showed me videos where we saw them on the beach and they're communicating in monkey calls. They're using it as code so that we don't understand them, even though we don't speak their language. But they're using animal calls. And so every night you go to sleep and then you go, did that tinamou sound off? And you're like, shit. You know, and it's really hard to fall asleep. And then like one night I messed up and I left a fish. I like cleaned this fish. I ate.
I have insomnia
like, this
already,
huge
dude.
fish. I just ate it to my face. You're putting out like marathon levels of energy every day. Like, you know, Goggins would love solos. He'd be like, this is awesome.
Yeah. You eat fish raw?
This one I actually cooked it, but you know the skeleton was laying there right outside my tent.
All right, enough of that. All right, let's pick a beat. Which one are we gonna rap on? Let's start with Object Evil, man. That one. Then we got I Object Your Own. that's a good one. I like that one a lot better than I Object Evo main. And then let's try Machination Zone. I'm gonna put like a movie scene here, like I've been doing. And then my favorite one, Land Before Tech. Stuck in like Antarctica. See if I can think of a melody. All right. So what should we do? I'm leaning towards I think, what was it, Machination Zone? I think I want to do Machination Zone. But what do you think?
Delicious.
I don't know. I just work here.
Wow. Shut the fuck up, Toaster.
Okay, that's funny. I don't feel racist at all for laughing at that, to be fair. 10-year-old me after accidentally pressing zombies on Black Ops. Dude, I used to have panic attacks too when I would play that shit. I would click it and then just be like, maybe I should play it. Maybe I will play it. I never did though. I was too scared. Too scared. I was too scared of 343 Guilty Spark, The Mall, mainly 343 Guilty Spark. That was the scariest shit ever. Halo 2, I was a bit more grown up by then. I wasn't scared of Halo 2. Petey, stop. You're doing the same thing. Your mouth is smaller though, and I think you have more trouble biting it. I'm gonna throw that toy away. If y'all keep... Why did you just blink like a fucking frog? Petey just went like that. That was awesome. She's doing it again. What are you doing? Looks like she's about to fall
Got
asleep.
something in her
They're
eye.
chewing this thing up. This little porcupine, and they chew it up into the rug.
I'm dying.
That looks like a dog could like swallow that. Honestly, that's too small. I'm just paranoid.
Help me.
I've never heard a more expressive eating sound. Sounds like from a cartoon. Petey and Frankie go. And they'll be standing there and they're clearly like choking on their food.
This reminds me of a meme I reposted yesterday. Check this shit out. Come on, baby. I repost so much shit daily. It's crazy. I can fix her, dude. I can fix her. Here it is. I was like, why? How'd you post this? I think it's because of the first part. Oh, I'm surprised she didn't hit the TV. That'd have been hilarious if it just splashed onto the TV. Hey man, this is what I do when I see Chat XP online. Just for research purposes.
Fresh set of kicks, I'm play for the Phoenix Suns. I graduated in 1991. Damn, that motherfucker older than the motherfucking moon plus the sun. He got older than the damn solar system. I come through, I might pop trunk on your sister. I eat fried.
Pop trunk on your sister. Dude, this fucking lockpick too. It's like, there's like this easy peasy lockpick like anybody can buy, and like it makes lockpicking like just following like a graph. It's pretty crazy. I want one of them. I thought this one was funny too.
I graduated from Harvard, top of my class. I received my MBA.
She's definitely good on paper, but I wonder if she actually has what it takes to survive here. I bet she'll crumble under pressure. But I'll give it to her. She's doing very well. Perhaps too well. In fact, I think she's what this company needs. She might even be overqualified for this position. Heck, she might even take my job. Hold on. I realize we've been making eye contact for over 20 seconds. Is she trying to establish dominance? She'll sense weakness if I look away. I better stand my ground. Wait, what's going on? She just stopped talking. It's getting weird. I should say something. She's just eyeing me down like a vulture waiting for me to die. At this point, I'm not sure if she wants to take my life or have her way with me. Either way, I'm not ready for what's about to come next. Wait, it seems like she is. She's lip-syncing my thoughts. She's in my head. I need to break eye contact. What should I do? My phone. An excuse. Ah!
So when can I be expecting to hear from you?
When can you start?
I graduated from Harvard, top of my class. I received my MBA.
She's definitely good on paper.
That's the best meme I saw all day yesterday. Or was that today? I don't know. So crispy. See, there's my homie Beans. You know Beans, Chad, don't you? Young Beans. He used to be in Skirts Chat a bunch. All right. Yeah. I'll finish this video. It's got like a minute left, and then I'm gonna watch Judah for a second, catch up, and then we're gonna record on Machination Zone.
I have these like long bowls now so they don't eat as fast and fill up their small brachiocephalic holes. Woke up feeling like a snack.
Oh my
God! Incredible. I'm not gonna watch the Doritos fit. Also, I've laughed a lot, and I feel like I don't feel racist at all from watching these. These seem just like pretty innocuous, regular memes.
Mission failed. Next time.
This is the gravity gun my father was talking. What are you doing?
That's funny. Oh. I haven't played that in a long time. I had a Dell XPS with a GT500 in it. I put a GT500. I think it was a GT500. What are those little, not an engine, but like a little graphics card? GT500? GT3 420? Something like that? Fuck, I don't know. Shit. Dude, what the fuck is that? Thing looks up armored. That's incredible. If I could get one of those, I would fucking gladly buy one. Oh my lord, that was insane. That thing looked like a damn rocket ship.
Super Mega's response and what we've learned. Oh shit. Nick made another video. Fuck, he was not on their side. At all. I'm kind of... I'm too curious. I gotta know.
Hey everyone, so a few days...
Does Nick is not green like Super Mega? Come on!
Days ago I made a video about a friend of mine by the name of Lex putting out a video about her experience with Super Mega and 2 of their employees, including a sexual assault that took place at Matt Watson's house. I would watch that video first, if you haven't, or else this one's not going to really make that much sense. Again, this is going to be a video that's not the normal kind of stuff we talk about, but I did talk about on Saturday how I was going to make a follow-up to this video, and I want to stick to my word. So let's talk about it. Since my last video, a response from Super Mega and one of their employees has come out, and the public perception of this story is much...
Matt makes false claims about me and I respond. What?
Different
Jesus
than it was
Christ,
a couple days ago. Not only that, but my personal coverage of the story has caused Matt and several of his fans to say false things about me. So I want to clear up some questions.
Oof, yeah. I don't doubt it. I bet you the Super Mega fucking fans came in droves over to Nick. I remember watching Nick's video and I was like, you're joking. It made Super Mega look so bad. It made them look like terrible people. But on Super Mega's side, they had more proof, to be honest. And I don't really care at the end of the day. I don't give a fuck, but I'm very interested.
Comments that have been thrown my way and try to address them in a way that I personally think is fair. One of the reasons I wanted to make this video is that on Matt Watson's response video, he claimed that close friends of Layden were suddenly using Lex's video to capitalize off of her story.
You're a friend of Layden? I don't think he was talking about you.
A lot of people, mainly Layton and his close friends, have...
They were friends with Layton? Layton lied like a motherfucker in his video. She didn't lie at all, but Layton did. And Layton was the main one that made me think, damn, and Super Mega's assholes. But everything Layton said was bullshit from the side of him, and he had like way more proof. Layton didn't have any proof. It was just word of mouth. He had text proof refuting everything Layton said, which is pretty fucked up. Layton must have been the worst fucking employee ever. He was bad at his job, and then when he got fired, he decided to destroy the company. Fucking asshole.
Used this as an opportunity to capitalize off of what was initially someone's story of sexual assault. It seems like the story lost its plot and quickly devolved into a dog pile on me and Ryan.
Sure did.
And because of this, I want to be clear.
It did. He didn't dogpile onto Matt and Ryan. The fucking internet did though.
About why I made this video. I said it in the first video and I'll say it again. I wanted Lex's story to be told. That's my priority. I was never once told by Layden to make a video in any of the situation. I've had zero contact with him. I am not a close friend of Layden's. I've only hung out with him a couple of times and it was always in a social setting. And when Lex was preparing her story, I was given permission by her to cover it. It was never something that I suggested to Lex, but when she mentioned it, I decided to share her story because she's a friend of mine. I'm not trying to capitalize off of my friend's sexual assault. I never monetize videos like these, and I don't believe that these videos are posed as like great advertisements for my channel. I do not have a secret agenda to my videos. I own 100% of my channel, and I have 0 employees who affect my posts. Covering serious stories is not something I enjoy doing, and when Matt insinuates that I was just told by his ex merch designer to make this video about Super Mega, I can't help but feel like he's also trying to discredit other stories that I've told in the past. The stress of like talking publicly about the pain that a friend of mine feels, especially when so many people are discounting her story, it's not a fun thing to do. I'm not like having a great time over here spending 2 videos in a week trying to talk about the shit that they did. My intention with this video was only to tell Lex's story, and I will say, I do have some issues with the way I covered the story on Saturday. I do regret taking focus away from Lex's story to add context that I initially thought was necessary, but in hindsight, I regret including it, and I wish to correct that in today's video. Regardless, I find it pretty disgusting that Matt would spend 45 minutes trying to show how unfair this treatment has been for him.
Yeah, I knew he was not going to be a fan of the video. I thought it was pretty good, but I'm biased, so...
But then he claims without any evidence that I just made my video because his disgruntled ex-employee told me to. Does Matt think that that's all it takes to get me to make a video about something? I know it's easy to just throw shit up when your channel's not doing great and you only really want to post American Truck Simulator Let's Plays, but I have a real job with a real schedule that I keep up for my audience, and I don't make videos for personal vendettas. I don't see how in this situation I am possibly capitalizing off of a victim. It's about Matt being a rape apologist and getting punched in the face, and then suddenly we have posts that say things like, I think people went way too far and Matt and Ryan didn't deserve a lot of the hate.
Yeah, the second their responses came out, all the comments were positive again. I was like, yep, flippy floppy as fuck.
They received. And on Lex's video,
it was a super bandwagon-y thing, and I almost fell onto it.
We suddenly have countless hateful comments that suddenly have mass amounts of likes, accusing her of lying, ruining Super Mega's career.
Honestly, yeah, that's fucking retarded. That they went to Lex's video, suck a dick. Like, that was totally not the point. You ruined Super Mega's life. Oh, well, her life is fucking ruined too, so... suck my balls, like,
for no reason, and it all comes off as pretty gross.
That's fucking crazy. That Super Mega fan, that had to have been the younger fans. Look what you did to my favorite YouTube channel. I'm like, nah, you should have went to Layton's. Layton, that I could see that.
I think when the video initially happened, there were a lot of close fans of Super Mega who felt betrayed and hurt, and there were a lot of people who kind of did want to support them along the way, but kind of just stayed a little bit more quiet because of what was going on. But the moment that they both made their apologies, it seems like all these people came out of the woodworks and didn't just talk about exactly what Matt said, didn't just convey his points in a mature way, but there's a lot of people who have immediately turned around and claimed that Lex has lied about.
I mean, Matt said that everything Lex said was true. So, most of it. Like, she just didn't show some texts that showed them being pretty damn friendly when she was like, he ousted us and wouldn't text us, wouldn't answer us, but then the texts didn't say that. Not that it matters.
The whole thing, which makes me wonder.
Such a fucking stupid situation. Such a fucked up situation. Hope Lex recovers, to be honest. 'Cause fuck. It became such a huge thing, and it's kind of like looping back on itself. It's an Ouroboros of a controversy.
Wonder if they even watched the response video in the first place. You'd think based off of a lot of these comments that Super Mega has completely resolved themselves and maybe some crazy shit happened and Lex devised an evil plan to cancel Super Mega, but surprise, it's a lot more nuanced than that. I don't know why people think that victims always want to just be like this. So my plan for this video is to touch on each response separately in chronological order to how they were released, and then I want to talk about how I could have done better in my coverage of the story, as well as what I think about their stories, and where we can conclude with a lot of this. I do want to know your guys' honest thoughts in the story from the original video.
Jim's was bad. Jim's was totally fucking, it was terrible. It was just sad. And I get it. Like, there's no way to do a good apology video, especially when it comes to like something sexual and deviant. Because the story is Jim apparently the story goes, Lex was confiding in Jim at the Super Megaplex that she had been assaulted. And apparently like 5 to 10 minutes like into it, the conversation morphed into him trying to make out with her, him asking to make out with her, and then making out with her. She said yes, but it doesn't matter, he said. That was his words. No proof for that. So that would be fucking messed up though if he just lied about that. She said yes. No, but like in her story she was like, yeah, and then he just started kissing me. She never said he asked. So it's like, that's fucking weird, man. Like if someone's talking about assault, I don't think in the same month you should even have the thought of going into something romantic with that person. Like, not even in the same year. Like,
video, he came out with an apology. This apology came in a tweet that he tweeted out that included a link to an unlisted video. So already a very weird look when trying to apologize by making your video unlisted. So you need a link to see it and you can't search it up anywhere. Of course, I'm going to include, I'll include the original link, I guess, in the description if you want to see it. Very sorry I got caught energy. There were also moments where Jim was, I guess, crying in the video, or like trying to seem like he's crying, but it was, I don't know, it's very odd.
I distinctly remember, like, so cringe.
Layden. But when you're apologizing about something you did and you bring up constantly that you feel awful about it because it was something you used to experience, it does kind of feel like you're taking some of the blame off yourself because of trauma that you experienced. And if I was Lex, I think this would be a hard apology for me to accept. Jim goes on to be pretty upset at a lot of the things Layden said. And, you know, we will continue to talk about it, but I do think that, you know, the way Layden handled that specific instance was out of hand. I do think that he should have handled that completely separate from this apology, especially because the apology's unlisted and everyone's watching it through these links.
Things had smoothed out, and I think you could see why I would think that, but that communication ceased.
Again, even though I am friends with Ethan and Lex, I don't know really anything about what happened with Layden here, but I don't really touch on this as much as I want to in the video, so I'll say it now. I think Layden made a very big mistake.
Yeah, Layden is an idiot. He totally lied. And it was some soy shit, dude.
Making the stream he did and talking about...
They fired me? My favorite YouTubers fired me because they didn't like me very much. I'm gonna fucking ruin their... Yeah, don't meet your heroes, dude.
His experience at the time that he did. I personally don't trust his word. I wouldn't be surprised if Lex felt the same way. And although that doesn't change any of my feelings on her personal story, I do think it
has nothing to do with Lex's story.
Was a necessary thing for Matt to bring up just because of how many different accusations Layden was talking about. I do think because of how many different things Layden said without much care during his stream, Lex's story was suddenly overshadowed by a lot of claims Layden was making that Matt was very easily able to dismantle, and I think that may have been the biggest mistake in this whole situation. I know that Lex does not feel good about how it went from her perspective. Even though she is a friend of Layden's, I know that she was surprised and pretty upset at the way that he handled the situation. Again, there is that power imbalance there, but there's no way of us knowing in all these stories. But I do want to reflect on my original video and say that I do think I made a bit of a mistake including Morgue Pie and Layden's stories in that particular video.
Yeah.
I wanted my video only to be about Lex's story, and I got caught up in context that I personally thought was important and necessary for the story.
Yeah, that fucking video convinced me that Super Mega were garbage people to their friends, which was all the latent side of the story.
I really should have only touched on Lex's video from the start and what happened with her and Don and Matt and Ryan specifically, since that was my goal in the beginning of the video. You know, despite that, I've still received several comments on the original video claiming that I put out my video about Lex without waiting for Super Mega to respond, and that I was taking a side before hearing everybody's sides. And I thought I made this clear before, but of course I'm going to take the side of a personal friend of mine when she comes out with a story about her own sexual assault. This isn't like an online, like, normal thing where I look at all the facts and I make a decision. No. My friend was assaulted and never felt like she was able to be heard. And obviously, I believe her word. There is no way where I would look at that situation and hear her story and do people think that just legitimately she just wants to outright lie about the way they treated her for no reason? I don't really understand where people are coming from when they call me a liar with an agenda and they call her a liar with an agenda or something. I think my conclusion to this is that Super Mega made some very rough mistakes in the past couple of years, and it seems like there was a lot of carelessness that snowballed into a problem that got too big for them to handle very quickly. At the very best, these aren't evil guys. They're just really, really dumb, and they don't really deserve to have the company and the team and the platform that they have with the way that they've handled it, especially because of the way they handled Don and how they put several people in unforgivable circumstances, including many people who worked for them. They dropped the ball on people that they were supposed to.
He thinks they shouldn't have a platform now. Jesus. Is that a bit much, eh?
Supposedly, like, friends of people that they supposedly cared for. I think it's sad.
They didn't rape anybody, dude. Oh, whatever.
Any of this happened. I hope everyone takes some time away from the internet to think about how situations like these boil
Gotta finish my album, bro.
over and become as messy as they do once someone puts out a response and people just decide to, like, hound the person who decided and was brave enough to put out her story in the first place. Now she has to read comments every day of people telling her that she's wrong and that she lied about the whole thing and that Layden controlled her to do it. And I think that's it. That's probably the last time I'll cover this story. I don't know. I feel like...
Yeah, I'm Gucci on that story. I've had enough. Oh, this guy. I know this guy, Chad. He's great. If you're still in the cut. Super smart guy. I remember watching his videos like a year ago. And yeah, I like his awful archaeology. There it is. I was literally on it.
Whoa, what's all this stuff? This doesn't...
Just makes fun of people hardcore for being retards back in the day.
Look like the start of an awful archaeology episode. As I mentioned at the start of my last couple videos, I have opened a P.O. box, which you can see in very small letters here, and you can see by the graces of my wonderful editor in much larger letters right here. And after collecting all of the packages that I got in my P.O. box over the course of the last 3 or 4 weeks, I finally have done my first unboxing, which I have posted on my brand new second channel. My second channel is going to be home to all the sort of non-professional stuff that wouldn't go on this channel, whether it be unboxings or urbex or vlogs or really whatever I damn well please. So if you want to check out the first episode of my archaeological unboxing, make sure to check that out. The link is in the description of this video. Also follow that one because I just got my first video demonetized on this channel because education is dangerous, apparently. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Without further ado, let's get right into the episode. Just stole this pillar from a grave site. Oh yeah, it looks so much better in my living room. Howdy friends, my name is Milo, and welcome to Awful Archaeology, the show where I spin this bingo wheel which I got from Target in order to randomly pick one of these archaeological conspiracy theories to talk about in depth. As you may remember, once upon a time I did have a roulette wheel that I would spin and then pick the archaeological conspiracies that way, but for those of you who don't know, I managed to lose the wheel. How you lose something that is digital?
I don't know, I'm making this up as I go.
So going forward, every single episode of this progressively more painful series is going to be picked by this ball of balls. Last episode, we talked about the Dendera light, an Egyptian carving which conspiracy theorists will claim as proof that ancient Egyptians had working electric lights. At the time when we filmed that video, I was still between random picking methods, and so I decided to just pick the next conspiracy myself. And I decided it would make a lot of sense to stick with the theme of ancient electricity conspiracy theories, which is why, ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to present to you this episode of Awful Archaeology, where I will be telling you everything you need to know about the One of these days, I am going to spell one of my slides wrong and I'm not gonna notice, and I'm gonna get so many comments about it. Baghdad Battery. Let's get going. Typically, when you look at a term like the Baghdad Battery, it would be logical to infer that it was found in the city of Baghdad. You would, however, be wrong. I could probably actually move this now because I need that space for images. But I'll be using this later.
No
Temporary
sibilance.
moving of the stolen artifacts. The Baghdad Battery was an artifact discovered in the Iraqi city of Salman Pak, which at the time was known as Rajut Rabu. Rajut Rabu. The city of
Rajut
Baghdad
Rabu.
is located along the Tigris River, and the location where the batteries were discovered is located about 15 miles to the south. While today this settlement is known as Salman Pak, in antiquity it was known as Al-Madain, as is indicated by my terrible handwriting. And because this site is located along such an important arterial river, it has seen human habitation for thousands of years. And because of that, it is home to countless archaeological sites. One of the most impressive being Tak Kasra, which is the remains of a Persian palace, which is not only beautiful, but also holds an incredibly specific architectural achievement, because it is the second largest single-span unreinforced piece of brickwork in the entire world. So if any of you guys have a world record that you want to beat, I say pick up some bricks and get started. Okay, back on track. Al-Madain is undoubtedly the most well-known for the discovery of the Baghdad Battery, which I should state right off the bat is a very sensationalized name. By calling it the Baghdad Battery, you are already told to assume its purpose. It's very similar to calling the Dendera carving the Dendera Light. So the Baghdad Battery is a bit of a sensationalized name which is given to a discovery which could very easily be called the Parthian jars, due to the fact that they were created by the Parthian Empire, which existed from about 200 BCE to about 200 AD. And because they were discovered in 1936, the actual recordings of their discovery are sparse, if not unrecorded entirely, as in the 1930s there was by and large very little care taken for archaeological diligence, as much of it was unfortunately a for-profit business. Even everyone's favorite Hollywood archaeologist acknowledges this in
Spaghetti-O.
Indiana Jones, where at the very beginning of the first movie he talks about selling some artifacts to a museum in order to be able to fund a trip to go recover another artifact. We do know that the Baghdad Battery was first analyzed by Wilhelm Koenig. In 1938, he was the director of the Museum of Antiquities in Baghdad. But the problem is we have no idea where it was actually found. To the best of our knowledge, the jars were discovered as part of the excavation for a rail line in 1936. We don't know if they were discovered by Koenig, who was an acting archaeologist at the time, or if they were discovered by a worker and just donated to the museum. Either way, it is very important to remember for this story going forward that we don't actually know what these jars were like in situ. I've had a couple people ask me in the comments what it means, so I'm gonna write down a vocab word. I really am starting to just fill the shoes of the weird substitute teacher, aren't I? In archaeology, the term in situ refers to an artifact's sense of place. One of the most important things in the discipline is context. When an artifact is found in situ and you remove it, you are removing all of the context that artifact once had. And in doing that, you can lose more information than you would by just having the artifact. For example, if you were to see a stone spearhead in a museum, you have no idea where it was found. It could have been included as a grave good. It could have been found lodged in animal bone. The region and depositional layer that it was found at could all tell you things about this piece's story. But those are things that you can only learn by it being in situ. Either way, that's a long way of saying that we have absolutely no idea where these jars came from, which to us as archaeologists is probably the most important piece of information that we could ever ask for. The find is supposedly around 2200 years old, but of course we can't be sure because this analysis was done in the 1930s and they were taken out of context. And the find consisted of 4 unglazed ceramic jars. Each one of them measured about 5 inches tall and about 3.5 inches across.
I gotta piss.
Of the 4
I'll
jars
be
that
right
were
back.
found, one of them contained a piece of heavily deteriorated papyrus, and the other 3 contained
All right, we're ready to go.
a cylindrical tube made out of copper. As you can see here in my artist's rendering, each one of the copper tubes is equipped with a bottom which was soldered
We are ready to
on
go.
with
I'll
lead.
let you
And
watch
of
this while
these
I
3, which were found to
piss.
contain a copper tube, one of them was found with a iron rod which was held in place in the copper tube by an asphalt plug. Something which I was very confused about when I was researching this was the usage of the term asphalt, because I associate it with highways and road maintenance and redlining. So I think of it as a very modern thing, but asphalt is just another name for bitumen, which is kind of like a black tar substance. Now again, I want to make really, really clear while we have all 4 of these drawn that only one of them has the asphalt plug and the iron rod in it. The other three are functionally completely different from one another. There was some theorization that these ones did also contain an iron rod at some point because there was other iron rods found at the gravesite supposedly, but again, we have no records of the gravesite and we have no evidence that these were ever implemented as part of this apparatus. So every single thing that we have to support this conspiracy going forward is based off of just this. A single jar. So here is my wonderful rendition of the Baghdad battery. The final piece of evidence that Koenig found to suggest to him that this was some sort of electric cell was the presence of a residue which suggested an electrolyte within the container. Probably wasn't Pedialyte or man Pedialyte. Yeah, it's for fucking men. I got so shit-faced last night that I needed some Pedialyte. My tummy hurts. Or any other one of those gimmicky, like, electrolyte drinks that you would buy at CVS for $7. It's more likely that the acid used here would have been lemon juice or vinegar or wine or something that been, you know, much more accessible. Now, Koenig's deduction from all of this was that what he was looking at was the remains of an ancient battery. And that idea spread like wildfire. And it has been perpetuated by today's modern conspiracy theorists from YouTube to the History Channel. So folks, let's get into doing what I do best, telling you what this battery is, what it isn't, and most importantly,
All right, let's make this track.
Yourself.
Dead end?
There's gotta be a path somewhere.
What are you going to do with us?
You're the fire that feeds Sora's anger.
What are you going to do with us? Riku, you're really here?
That's Riku.
Thanks to you, we've collected countless hearts.
All right. Streamable is so good. Such a good site for cutting big videos cutting small videos out of big videos.
Are you hungry?
I'm actually pretty hungry right now.
Weed's ruining my life. I'm so hungry right now.
Are you high right
Weed's
now?
ruining my life.
No. But I don't know, man. I need to stop. I was on such a good schedule, and then, I ate from Mary Jane, and now I've just been waking up at 10 every day.
Really?
Just make it an MP3.
Damn.
Nah, I'm getting off. I've been on a detox.
Are you?
Yeah, I broke up with her.
So are you hungry now because you're like craving weed?
It's like, I don't know if anyone else gets this. I have like residual munchies, which is a really
Like
lame,
aftershocks?
It's such a lame thing to say. Yeah. Yeah, it's just like Chief so much, I get, what's the cold open?
What's up, guys? This is the TMT Podcast. This is today's free episode. If you want this episode ad-free and an extra bonus episode, you can find that right now on our website.
Did not work.
Holy fuck! Can we get a clip of that deer him getting hit by that car?
The mystery of the flying saucers may soon be solved.
If you've never smoked weed at literal Woodstock, you're not a stoner. Goodbye.
The Army Air Forces has announced that a flying disc has been found and is now in the possession of the Army.
I'm gay as fuck. I'm trying to get my arse eaten.
The so-called flying saucer.
Look at all these fucking chickens. Malone Brown, you hear this whole no Malone Brown dick in your mouth?
Please look at all the signs.
Fasten your seatbelt and get ready for the blaze.
Thanks to you, we've collected countless hearts. Can you hear their euphoria? Now all they need is one more helping from the Keyblade Bearer.
Alright. That's literally perfect.
Thanks to you, we've collected countless hearts. Can you hear? Thanks to you, we've collected countless hearts. Thanks to you, we've collected countless hearts. Can you hear their euphoria? Now all they need is one more helping from the Keyblade Bearer.
See what's up.
Keyblade Bearer.
I just fuck your hoe up in that gummy shit. I just fuck your hoe up in that gummy shit. Keyblade Bearer. I just fuck your hoe in that gummy shit.
it to be like a different.
Keyblade bearer.
I fuck your hoe up in that gummy shit. I fuck your hoe up in that gummy shit. Wait. I fuck your hoe up in that gummy shit. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I'm money.
Keyblade bearer.
I fuck your hoe up in that gummy shit. Nah, trash.
Keyblade bearer.
Check out the interior of my new gummy shit. I just fuck your hoe in the gummy shit. Check out the interior of my gummy shit. I just fuck your hoe in the gummy shit. Something like that, maybe? I usually never do repeating hooks like this, but might as well.
Keyblade bearer.
Check out the interior of my new gummy shit. I just fuck your hoe in a gummy shit. Check out the new interior of my gummy shit. I just fuck your hoe in a gummy shit.
Keyblade bearer.
Check out the new interior of my gummy shit. I just fuck your hoe in a gummy shit. Jesus Christ.
Keyblade bearer.
Jesus Christ.
Keyblade bearer.
I just fuck your hoe in a gummy shit. I just fuck your hoe. I don't want to do that.
Keyblade bearer.
Check out the new interior of my gummy shit. I just fuck your hoe in a gummy shit. I just fuck your hoe in a gummy shit. Check out the interior on. Fuck it up. Check out the new interior of my gummy shit. Gummy shit. I just fuck your bitch. Check out my new interior of my gummy shit. I just fuck your gummy shit. That's the one. Check out the new interior of my gummy shit. My gummy shit.
Check out my new interior on my gooey shit. I just fucked you up in a gooey shit.
Thanks to you, we've collected countless hearts. Can you hear their euphoria? Now all they need is one more helping from the Keyblade bearer.
Check out the new interior on my gummy shit. My gummy shit. I just fucked your bitch. Check out my new interior on my dome. You stay poppin'.
Fail now, I am floating. The shit I am composted. I got key. And you know I'm talking about the blade. X marks the spot with my ants on day. Down my blade.
You fly plug, but you know me, you stay poppin'.
Keeper, my kidney fell now I'm floating. I got the shit I composted. I got keys and flow like broken.
You fly plug, but you know me, you stay poppin'.
She is on my back. Keeper, my kidney fell now I'm floating. I am this shit I'm composted. Safe spot now I'm coasting.
You fly plug, but you know me, you stay poppin'. She is on my back. Keeper, my kidney fell now I'm floating. I am this shit I'm composted. Safe spot now I'm coasting. She is on my back. Keeper, my kidney fell now I'm floating. I am this shit I'm composted. Safe spot now I'm coasting. You stay poppin'. You fly plug, but you know me, you stay poppin'. Plug, but you know me, you stay poppin'.
She's on my back. Keeper, my kidney fell now I'm floating.
I am this shit I'm composted. Plug, but you know me, you stay poppin'. She's on my back. Keeper, my kidney fell now I'm floating. I am this shit I'm composted. Safe spot now I'm coasting. Plug, but you know me, you stay poppin'. She's on my back. Keeper, my kidney fell now I'm floating. I am this shit I'm composted. Safe spot now I'm coasting. She's on my back. Keeper, my kidney fell now I'm floating. I am this shit I'm composted. Safe spot now I'm coasting. Poppin' she's on my back. Keeper, my kidney fell now I'm floating. I am this shit I'm composted. Safe spot now I'm coasting. Shit I'm composted. Safe spot now I'm coasting. My kidney fell now I'm floating. I am this shit I'm composted. Safe spot now I'm coasting.
I got keys, and you know I'm talking about the blade.
My kidney fell now I'm floating. I am this shit I'm composted. Safe spot now I'm coasting. My kidney fell now I'm floating. I am this shit I'm composted. Safe spot now I'm coasting.
I got keys, you know I'm talking about the blade. X marks the spot with my dance, water dance in the grave. No, we didn't finish the bar on the blade. X marks the spot. I got keys, and you know I'm talking about the blade. Got the blade. That bird's made. I got keys. Safe spot, now I'm coasting. I got keys. You know I ain't talking. Safe spot, now I'm coasting. I got keys. You know I ain't talking about the blade. Dip me in some juice. Talk about marinade. I got keys. You know I ain't talking about the blade. I got keys. You know I ain't talking about the blade. Some juice, talk about marinade. I got keys and you know I ain't talking about now I'm coasting. I got keys and you know I ain't talking about now I'm coasting. I got keys and you know I ain't about now I'm coasting. I got keys and you know I ain't talking about the blade. Dip me in some juice, talk about marinade. Blizzard inside. Blizzard inside your mind. Christ. Oh, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck? Makes me mad. It just does whatever it wants. Blizzard inside your mom's. Blizzard inside your mom's snow globe like I'm Santa Claus. What's up, Joe Young? Anchovy pizza. Is that good? I like salty stuff, so I probably like it. Alright, let's see what this sounds like.
I can't see, world that never was. Like blizzard inside your mouth, sound like I'm Santa Claus. It's like blizzard inside your mouth, sound like I'm Santa. It's like blizzard inside your mouth, sound like I'm Santa Claus. It's like your mouth was. Your mouth sound like world that never was. Like
blizzard inside
your mouth, sound like I'm Santa Claus.
Hard for me to go low.
Blizzard inside your mouth, sound like I'm Santa Claus. Blizzard inside your mouth, sound like I'm Santa Claus.
Alright, let's see. That's what I call these hoes.
We've collected countless hearts. Can you
That's
hear
not very
their
nice.
euphoria? Now all they need is one more helping from the Keyblade bearer.
Check out the new interior on my gummy shit. My gummy shit. I just fucked your bitch. Check out my new interior on my gummy shit. I just fucked your hoe in a gummy shit. In my handbag, I don't got enough for sitting. He the flight book, but you know him, he stay poppin' list. She's coming back. Let's keep her my kidney, feel now I'm floating. I am the shit, I'm composted. Safe spot, now I'm coasting. I got keys and you wine, talking about the blade. Dip me in some juice, talk about marinade. I can't see, world that never was. Like blizzard inside your mouth, sound like I'm Santa Claus. Check out the new interior on my gummy shit. My gummy shit. Check out the new interior on my mouth, sound like I'm Santa Claus. Check out interior on my claws. Check out the new interior on my gummy shit. My gummy shit. I just fucked your bitch. Check out my new interior on my gummy shit. I just fucked your hoe in a gummy shit.
We're gonna do another verse here, cause this one's Kingdom Hearts themed. If you can't tell.
Check out the new interior on my gummy shit. My gummy shit. In a gummy shit.
Suicide doors on the UAP. That's sick. Suicide doors on the UAP. Let's do it again. this whole verse with that kind of shit. Ran through your blood. Got a UAV. Yeah, COD bars. I don't play that shit, but I know a lot of rappers like those garbage games. No, they're not garbage. They're like cocaine.
Suicide doors on the UAP. I just ran through your block and got a UAV.
Let's do it again.
Suicide doors on the UAP. Just ran through your block and got me a fucking UAV.
I don't like it. It's better if I just say it.
Suicide doors on the UAP. I ran through your block and got a UAV.
Yeah, we can do ad libs to fill the space. Do 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 do. Did you do any music today, Joe? Oops. Hate when that happens.
Suicide doors on the UAP.
Yeah, I mean that's goated. I think it's really hard. If I heard a rapper say that, I'd be like, ooh, that would give me a stink face.
Suicide doors on the UAP.
Where are you? There you go.
I ran through your block and got a UAV. Block and got a UAV. Ran through your block and got a UAV. You ain't a Keyblade master, I don't want you to talk to me. Ran through your block and got a UAV. If you ain't a Keyblade master, I don't want you to talk to me. Ran through your block and got a UAV. If you ain't a Keyblade master, I don't want you to talk to me. Ran through your block and got a UAV. If you ain't a Keyblade master, I don't want you to talk to me. Ran through your block and got a UAV. If you ain't a Keyblade master, I don't want you to talk to me.
Amen, brother. Amen.
Master, I don't want you to talk to me. Mister, I don't want you to talk to me.
I sip the juice, then power up like I'm drunk and Master Rock Lee.
You ain't a Keyblade master, I don't want you to talk to me. I sip the juice, then power up like I'm drunk and Master Rock Lee.
That's his name, right? Rock Lee? Yeah. Has to be, right? Yeah. Keebler elves mad at me for burning trees. That's great. You got good bars today, dude. What the hell? Are you on Adderall?
You ain't a Keyblade master, I don't.
Better than usual.
You ain't a Keyblade master, I don't want you to talk to me. I sip the juice, then power up like I'm drunk and Master Rock Lee.
Woo! Talking about fire right there. Let's do some ad libs on both of these, on both the verses.
I just fucked you up and it gave me shit. Only one of you in my handbag, I don't got enough for sit. You the fly plug, but you know who you stay poppin' lids. She's coming back, we'll keep her my kidney found, now I'm floating. I am the shit, I'm composted. Safe spot, now I'm coasting. I got keys and you on wine, talking about the blade. Dig me in some juice, talk about marinade. Master Rockley.
Guy Lee. Yeah, Mike Guy is his dad. So you're close. Rest in peace to homie. He went to the sixth, whatever you call it. Oh, this is gonna be 3. Let's do something fast here. Let's just fill it up with bars. Yeah, I forgot Rock stole the sauce and got drunk. Yeah, dude, that's like one of my favorite scenes from the whole show. Is when he goes drunk and master and I swear to God, it made me so mad when he didn't win the fight. It makes sense, but it would have been so fucking cool if he just destroyed the guy. Like, even when he filled the field with bones, he just still fucked him up. That would have been so good. Because he really was powered the fuck up when he drank. Give me a rhyming word. Something that isn't me, Glock, pocket, wrist. I always click back to the same rhyming words. Just give me something crazy. Almost done with that one. I'm getting really fast at this. I've only been doing this for like 20 minutes. It used to take us like 2 hours to finish a whole track. We're really honing that. I just fucked an avatar. I think these pills is fakes. Cellophane.
Ready for debate.
Nah, that's vulgar. It's too vulgar. It needs to be funnier if I want to go that vulgar. Cellophane though. Let's see what we got here. Let's try cellophane. Cellophane. Don't mind. Campaign. Ascertain.
Lift the juice and power up like I'm drunk in Master Rockley.
That just ain't the cut. I just got the wrist on my wrist because I'm in this domain.
Thanks to you, we've collected countless hearts. Can you hear their euphoria? Now all they need is one more helping from the Keyblade bearer.
I don't watch, I'm drunk in Master Rockley.
Inside this office, I wear a ring and a pill. extra pills out the cellophane. I popped that shit, now I'm scared, Master Wayne.
Lift the juice and power up like I'm drunk in Master Rockly. Lift the juice and power up like I'm drunk in Master Rockly.
Inside Dizzy's office, I where I remain.
Lift the juice and power up like I'm drunk in Master Rockly.
Inside Dizzy's office, this is where I remain. Pulling extra pills out of the cellophane. I pop this shit. No, I'm scared, Master Wayne. Yes, that's what's up. That's funny.
Lift the juice and power up like I'm drunk in Master Rockly. Inside Dizzy's office, this is where I remain. Pulling extra pills out of the cellophane. I pop this shit. No, I'm scared, Master Wayne.
Yes. Yes, dude. This is based as shit. I think I got one more bar.
I sip the juice and power up like I'm drunk in Master Rockly. Inside Dizzy's office, this is where I remain. Pulling extra pills out of the cellophane. I pop this shit. No, I'm scared, Master Wayne.
That shit's funny as hell. Alright, let's do that first part again. I just cannot get my voice to stay in key when it's in low. When it's low. I can do high fucking pitches all day long, but
up like I'm drunk in Master Rockly.
Dizzy's office where I remain. Pulling extra pills about the cellophane.
I pop this shit.
I can't help but do the fucking Star Fox LaFleur. That's my favorite ad lib ever. I stole it from him, but he doesn't use it anymore, so.
Up like I'm drunk in Master Rockly.
Let's get rid of all these unused audio clips. Give it the audio clips.
Up like I'm drunk in Master Rockly. Inside Dizzy's office where I remain. Pulling extra pills about the cellophane. I pop this shit. No, I'm scared, Master Wayne. I pop this shit. I pop this shit. No, I'm scared, man.
I pop the shit.
No, I'm scared, Master Wayne. I pop the shit. No, I'm scared, Master Wayne.
Cause I just see another day.
I pop the shit. No, I'm scared, Master Wayne. Inside Dizzy's office where I remain. Pulling extra pills about the cellophane. I pop the shit. No, I'm scared, Master Wayne.
Because I just see another day. And then to see some new terrain. Okay, yeah. I sealed the keyhole, now I live to see some new terrain. Because at the end of a world in Kingdom Hearts, you seal the keyhole and you move on to the next world. I seal the keyhole, then move on to another terrain. Very good.
I pop the shit. No, I'm scared, Master Wayne.
I seal the keyhole, then move on to another terrain. But when it hits, feel like Superman. Nah, not that one. That works. Yeah, that would work too, but I don't know. I like what I did.
No, I'm scared, Master Wayne. I seal the keyhole, then move on to another terrain. No, I'm scared, Master Wayne.
Seal.
No, I'm scared, Master Wayne. to another terrain. No, I'm scared and that's the way. I seal the keyhole then move on to another terrain.
Like, if anybody actually listens through, they're gonna laugh. For sure. Let's do the rest of the ad-libs now.
I'm drunk and master Rockley. This is office where I remain. Pulling extra pills about the cellophane. I pop a shit. No, I'm scared and that's the way. I seal the keyhole then move on to another terrain.
Alright. Another track done.
I'm drunk and master Rockley. This is office where I remain. Pulling extra pills about the cellophane. I pop a shit. No, I'm scared and that's the way. I seal the keyhole then move on to another terrain. I'm drunk and master Rockley. This is office where I remain. Pulling extra pills about the cellophane. I pop a shit. No, I'm scared and that's the way. I seal the keyhole then move on to another terrain. I'm drunk and master Rockley. I remain. Pulling extra pills about the cellophane. I pop a shit. No, I'm scared and that's the way. I seal the keyhole then move on to another terrain. Man, big, I don't got enough for sin. You fly book, but you know who you stay poppin' liz. She's coming back. I'll keep her my kidney found now I'm floating. I am the shit, I'm composted. Safe spot now I'm coasting. I got keys and you know I ain't talking about the blade. Dip me in some juice, talk about marinade. I can't see, I keys and you know I ain't talking about the blade. Dip me in some juice, talk about marinade. I can't see, world that never was. Like a blizzard inside your mom's snow globe, like who's Santa Claus. Check out the new interior on my gummy shit. My gummy shit. I just fucked your bitch. Check out my new interior on my gummy shit. I just fucked your hoe in a gummy shit. Suicide doors on the UAP. I ran through your block and got a UAV. You ain't a keyblade master, I don't want you to talk to me. I sip the juice and power up like I'm drunk and master Rockley. This is office where I remain. Pulling extra pills about the cellophane. I pop a shit. No, I'm scared and that's the way. I seal the keyhole then move on to another terrain.
Kingdom. Kingdom Hearts.
Sora! Sora, it's really you!
Kyrie.
Huh? You leave Sora alone!
Do we like that? Like a Blenny Blanco.
Sora!
Alright, yeah, let's just cut it there, right where it ends. Alright, let's export this bitch. Arctic Elixirs, Final Bounces. We have fucking a shit ton of tracks. This is gonna be called... Yeah, it's Gummy Ship. Gummy Ship. Bada bing. Let's put done on it. This is track 88 on AE. Yeah, I'm really excited to see how many we end up with. We do have a time limit too, so like we got like a month, and then it's got to be before Halloween. It'll probably be way before Halloween. Probably be like October, like 10th or something. Gonna be so long. It's got a side B. Yep. It'll have a side C, which is not possible, but in a 4D universe,
Oh, dude, we
there's
got
a side C.
We got a big correction to make.
Uh-oh.
This is not a bongo.
What
this
is
is a djembe.
A djembe, dude.
Wait, what?
Djembe.
A djembe?
I didn't say
You
that.
should
It's a djembe.
do A
No,
E side
from
B
the
for
top.
the next one.
Okay.
I have to tell you something I have not told you at all today.
What is it, man? Is it something to do with the podcast bongo?
Just do another one side B.
This is not.
Just make it long as motherfucker.
This is. Someone called this a djembe, and it's not. It's actually a podcast bongo.
My next album isn't gonna be nearly as long.
So if you're,
It's gonna be like
somehow
probably
watching this
just
and you're being
stick with the
critical,
10
like
10
screaming
to
at the monitor,
15
it's
tracks.
A djembe,
It's not a bongo.
First of all, you're white.
I just kind of like, yeah, I always say it, but yeah, it's to prove to myself I can do it. That I can release a prolific album just like some of these other rappers in a style that isn't necessarily like popular or like big or like I like to think there's a style to my tracks, to my produced tracks and stuff that is a little bit different. I could be wrong though. I don't know.
Right, be quiet. Second of all,
I don't have the perspective of someone looking in. I only have the perspective of outwards, so it's kind of hard to pinpoint those.
Wait, Luke, how do you know that that's a djembe? That's yeah. Wait, is that you?
Luke used to play one. Luke, get rid of them glasses,
Look at this
man. They used to be sick.
The fucking plaid playing a djembe. That is so 2005.
See, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah, well, lose them glasses.
There's a girl that wants to come over.
That doesn't change my advice.
Not gonna lie, I'm really nervous about it. Thursday's fine by me. Just let me know what time you want me to come over. She's like smoking too. It's like retro wizard Memphis trap. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Just show her your mixtape. No. Nah, I'm not gonna scare her away that quickly. Yeah, she's like a 10, which is like spooky. I haven't really had a girlfriend in like a decade or something, so pretty, like a 10. Pretty spooky.
So wait, were you?
And I say that lovingly, like I want the best for you.
Were you in the?
See your setup and be like, "What's this?" She knows I stream, but oh my green screen isn't even up.
Djembe band?
I was in a band and I played the djembe.
I do podcasts. Yeah, I tell her I stream making music and stuff.
All the white djembes. There's 5 white guys playing djembes.
Djembes. So what is the difference between that and a bongo?
A bongo is 2 drums and
because I know she's just gonna get bored. I sit around and, like if I decide to like stream with her or something, she's gonna get bored so quickly, and she's gonna be like, you're gonna see like 30 minutes into the podcast, she's gonna be like, oh, I gotta go. Yeah. All right. I'll see you later. Peace. I gotta keep working. That's exactly what I would say. I don't have the energy to like court jester these women. Like if you're not chillaxing, just doing nothing, then I don't know. Maybe if you cared, you'd fucking actually do. Yeah, whatever.
a djembe is 1.
Did you get the tapestry? Yeah, I did. Yeah, one of them. I didn't get the other one, but I got the one with Rain and Gain. It's over there. I didn't put it over my window yet, just cause. I don't know. It's kind of should do that probably tomorrow.
Bongo is 2 djembes.
Yeah.
And then it becomes a bongo. Is that true?
No, because look at the construction. Way
She's
different.
yours,
Small.
bud.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I had a nice set of
She's
bongos
mine.
at home.
Yeah, dude. That's what we want to hear.
Growing up, I had a good set of bongos.
Yeah, nah. Doubtful. She's probably gonna be taller than me, and that's gonna be an immediate no from her. And I'm gonna, if I even do it, and not make an excuse to not do it, then I'll give you an update and tell you how quick she dipped.
Talk like that. Don't wind up the fans. Getting them all hot and heavy. Tell us about the bongo.
How tall are you? I'm like 5'10" or something. Like I'm like 3 inches lower than like a 6 foot, something like that. Something like that.
Bro,
I actually did though. I had a great set.
Great set of
I used to-
bongos.
yeah, I used to play them all the time.
What?
So I should have known that.
What kind of?
I'm 5'2". I just get up out the chair and I'm like, all right, guys, gotta go to the bathroom. She looks like a tall person, so
A song.
I would show you a picture, but I just don't want her to like check my stream and be like, why is he showing people pictures of me? Yeah.
Would you play on your bongo?
Statistically,
As
there's a
what?
good
How old are
chance
you?
she's as tall as you.
That girl, like, I don't know. I always,
True. I don't know what it is about her picture, but she looks tall. Like just her selfies. It's so weird. I'm like, she looks taller than me.
always had them. They're still at home. They're silver.
Just wear heels?
It's,
Hey,
it's a
true.
set of
No, I'm kidding.
silver bongos.
I'm just wearing fucking
picturing you getting
stilettos.
in an argument with your mom. She's like, Cody, you can't go to the movies this Friday. You're like, oh, and you go upstairs, and to piss her off, you're just. What's going on with Cody? He's
Hey,
upset again.
Play off the bongo.
Yeah.
Make you come in there and take away your bongos.
Exactly.
Do what I want, Mom. Fuck you. I'm not playing the bongo today. I'm playing the djembe. I don't know what the fucking difference is.
Yeah. Damn. So that was your outlet, set of bongos.
Yeah. Well, we also had a drum set.
Yeah.
So that was also an outlet.
But you were like,
But
the
we
one with
used to-
the hands
you-
is better.
Honestly, we used to. My dad and I used to duet sometimes. And then like my. Okay, but wait. Wait, first of all,
Short King's anthem when you
First of all, that's
see-
not that weird.
I'm the type of person that I can't, like, I won't not, like, I'm gonna show her, like, the music I listen to. I'm not gonna show her my music unless she asks, but I'm gonna be playing some, like, Joey. So if she don't like that, then
Who took what?
I'm sorry, when there's instruments lying around and two people are playing them at the same time, it's a fucking duet. And that's a beautiful thing to do.
What
with
did that
instruments.
so good. I've been listening to him in the morning. It's fire.
sound like, dude? A couple fucking socket wrenches in the dryer?
Get me pumped up.
Well, no, we actually, you know what? I should find the
For
footage
today.
of this and play it, but I'm not gonna play it if you guys are gonna fucking laugh in my face.
No.
Oh, man, we're not gonna laugh. No.
My dad and I took drum lessons together.
Yeah.
Because it's a beautiful thing to do for a father and a son.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we had a performance where we, like, you know, at the end of yeah, we had a recital where we played a duet, a drum duet
was he behind
together
you? Like,
on stage.
Yeah.
Together. No. We had two.
he was behind you.
No. We had 2 drum sets. So there was no bongos involved in this one.
Right.
Right.
So yeah, like this.
Is this
that
Luke
was
again?
us. That's not literally us, but it was like that.
Right.
I'll find the footage.
That picture is hilarious. Took me like 5 minutes to like understand what I was looking at.
But you guys can't laugh at me.
No, not at all.
For sure.
But then sometimes my uncle would come over for like a family dinner, and he would bring his guitar.
No, we'll do a
and
three-way with your
we
uncle?
would
Room temp water hits
do a
different
little band.
in the morning.
Do a little. Just say
What
jam
song?
together.
We would jam together. We would do a little band.
If you
Do
keep
a little
your
band.
we would do a
house
little
as cold
band
as I
sesh.
do.
We drum duetted with my dad.
Yeah.
What songs were you playing? I'm curious.
Like
Let's set up the session for tomorrow. So we can just jump right into the track.
smoke on the water or whatever. You know, smoke on the fire on the smoke on the water.
My
Fire
house
in
stay
the
cold.
sky.
Yeah, keep
You
that
know,
shit like 60.
Isn't that like
Smoke on the Water.
to like
Yeah, by
under
who?
that?
Deep Purple.
Yeah.
We're going
Yeah, we
for
play that song, play some AC/DC.
Land Before Tech.
Easy stuff, but fun stuff.
Easy stuff.
Yeah.
Is it easy stuff?
AC/DC is pretty easy. No, it's just like power chords.
Right.
And the same drum beat the whole time.
Got it.
But anyways.
So no like death metal, no double bass pedal, stuff like that.
No, but I did have a double bass pedal.
Ah.
I got one of those for Christmas one year.
How have we never heard about this background drumming of yours?
E flat
you
minor,
definitely knew,
112.
didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah, because I actually know Cody, and you're just an observer in this relationship.
Yeah, maybe because you've never asked.
There it is. I'm sorry, I've never.
How about
asked,
that?
Hey, Cody, have you ever drummed before?
Yeah, because you're always being like, "Hey, dude, what's the latest kissing movie? Don't
Make
talk
some
to me
NyQuil
about
chicken."
anything else."
No. I went to the
That is
grocery
true.
store today.
Yeah.
I
You
got a
only
bunch of
talk about
stuff.
rom-coms.
Yeah. Anyway.
But yes, I did. That was like my instrument growing up.
I used to do this screaming Sicilian like every day. This fucking one, dude. Not this one. The breakfast one. This motherfucker. I used to eat this every day for like a year. So fucking good, but I can't eat it anymore. It tastes like, you know what happens when you drink Powerade for a year. It starts to taste like fucking xenomorph cum. But dude, these are so good. If you ever see these at the
There's a
store,
pizza?
at the Walmart, cop.
Here's
They
a
are
platform. It's folded
insane.
Stopped piano and I started doing drums, and I was like, oh
What
yeah,
you gonna
found
make?
my
Oh shit, I
passion.
don't know.
But I never really got that good, unfortunately.
Probably just
I
the.
want to talk
probably
about
one of
this woman
those.
yelling on the
But
plane,
I got
maybe
the
we shouldn't do it
pepperoni
today.
ones just because
Because this episode
switch
is
it up.
It's gonna be batched.
I also got.
Oh, what are you talking about?
We can say
hot
that.
dogs
Nope,
like
this is
usual.
episode 303. What are you
I got
talking
these
about?
toaster ham and cheese
Well, I mean,
sandwiches
I'm
that are
pretty sure
fucking
at this
amazing.
time I'll be posting
Taste like they're
from
homemade.
somewhere else, a different location.
Yeah.
You know, make her.
Where?
So people might know that the John Muir Trail.
Nah, I don't
What's
have
the
any
John
food
Muir
to make
Trail?
her.
It's a hiking trail
You can make her like chorizo.
in Nevada.
I
or
eat
somewhere
really
around
salty
there.
food. She'd be
Okay.
And it's
disgusted.
like a 4 or 5 day hike.
Right. John Muir Trail.
And so I'll
John
be
Muir
out there.
Trail.
Oh shit! What fucking?
Rock-
it was
uh,
E flat
rocking.
minor. Yeah.
Oh yeah. How much weight you gonna rock out there?
Well, I got to bring shit for 4 days, so like a backpack
You're
with
gonna be camping along the way.
yeah,
Nice.
which is kind of scary because there's like a lot of bears and shit out there.
Just bring a gun.
So I'm pretty scared.
Yeah,
to
my
be
mom
honest.
packed me this.
Should I?
Yeah. Wait. Sorry.
I don't have a gun.
I
Do you have
tuned
one?
out because I was trying to think of a stupid pun for John Muir Trail. Where is it?
So you fly into Vegas and then you drive for like 4 hours. So
Got
it's
it.
4 hours away from Vegas in some direction. Not
That's
sure
good.
which, but it's apparently one of the most beautiful hikes you can do. And there's only a certain number of slots. They do a lottery every year.
Ooh.
And so people have been waiting years to do it. And my family finally got like some slots, and then someone backed out and they asked me if I wanted to do it. And I was like, yeah.
How long have they been waiting?
How funny if you just had a bunch of packed
like, I think they'd
lunches in the
applied
fridge.
Maybe, I don't know, a couple
I
years.
mean, food
something?
food
Got
prep is a thing. Should
Where
go,
is
you
it?
work out?
Whitney.
Oh, yeah.
It's in
Absolutely
Yosemite.
not.
There you go.
Damn it! Yeah, it goes from Yosemite to Sequoia.
It says most people take about 3 weeks to complete the John Muir Trail.
Yeah, we're just going to hit it in 3 days.
Call it Jessic family.
Yeah, we're just kind of going to just go fuck it up in 3 days, you know? 20 miles a day.
You're running it.
How many miles is it? I haven't really like looked into it that much. I just said yes.
Maybe don't look into it.
Well, I need to like train for it.
No, I think just fucking YOLO.
It's 211 miles.
Just go raw.
Fucking YOLO, dude.
So we're doing it in 7 days.
I think you should drink the night before you go.
How funny.
Apparently,
I
people do
work-
that on Everest.
I work in most of the
Apparently,
time.
it's like a big tradition at base camp to like booze really hard before you
That's
Die.
great.
before you like try to make the ascent.
Why? Because you might go.
I don't know. It's just like people that are climbers just are like boozers.
And at high elevation too. Like
That's what I've heard.
It's true.
It's true?
Yeah.
You know that?
Probably.
And smoke a lot.
Yeah.
It'll probably be like 3 hours, so it'll take a while.
okay. I mean,
We'll have to take breaks in
What?
between
What?
like parts.
Ryan.
Why'd you say we? Because I know you don't.
Yeah. Oh.
No, you're a climber, but you don't like to drink and smoke a lot.
No, but when I'm out with, I smoke a lot, but when I'm out with people.
Do you smoke weed a lot?
Yeah.
You're fired.
You're fired. Get out.
See? He's disgusting. I tried to tell you.
We can't have.
It's cool when I do it, dude. No, I'm joking. Hey, little kittens.
Get the
we
fuck
got
out.
a
I knew it.
sponsor we want to
Get
talk
out.
to you about.
Oh yes, we certainly do. It's called Liquid
right.
Death. Here's the thing, guys. So why don't you tell
Driggity drag this over
Well,
here.
you may have started seeing
Just in
strange
case we need
tall
layers,
boys,
let's disable it so it's
of
not
beer,
using
not
that
just
shit.
tall boys. Tall boys
Tall
of beer.
boys?
Yeah, in the bottled water
Boom.
section of your local stores.
God damn, who's that tall?
Hey, who's that tall boy in the fridge right there next to the beer
Switch
in the
these
bottled
up.
water section of your local store? You might have even seen those tall boys here on set. They're one's in
That's right
Cody's
there.
hand.
There it is, right there. Oh, we got more flying in.
Oh shit!
Look at this.
Whoa!
Clarity.
Movie.
You can try
Clarity
it.
and
This might hit me
Jeez.
square.
Clarity and clear.
I should have played football. Anyway, don't be scared of the tall boys. They're just water, and now in addition to their refreshing mountain water and flavored sparkling water, they have healthy, delicious flavors.
Oh shit.
Oh,
whoops.
iced tea.
Did
Why is
not
it
mean
called
to do
liquid death?
that.
Because they will brutally murder your thirst. Plus, their infinitely recyclable cans are bringing death to plastic bottles, which are not actually recyclable. Liquid Death also donates a portion of profits to help kill plastic pollution.
Listen, I just cracked open this severed lime, sorry, and I personally endorse this. Let's just say that, okay? Because it's very enjoyable.
Want it on this channel.
And I love it. I do. I love this flavor, and I drink this shit like it's my
I was
fucking
watching
job.
Kick-Ass today for real.
I'm serious. I love Liquid Death. Drink it all the time. It's
remember
the
how
best,
good
and
that
the
movie
flavors
is.
are all amazing.
You can find Liquid Death's healthy beverages on Amazon or at a retailer near you. And TMG listeners get 20% off their first Liquid Death apparel purchase, available exclusively
Okie dokie, let's save
at
this.
liquiddeath.com/TMG. Exclusions may apply.
This
That's
will be
liquiddeath.com/TMG. I'm shaking my head at Ryan.
Land
because
before attack. Track.
climbers.
Proj.
We.
Okie dokie. That's set up for tomorrow's stream. I'm gonna wrap on that.
What's so
sucker.
bad about that?
You guys are like the Italians of athletes.
Might grab
Like,
some
you just have
samples
to
from
say
it.
You just have to let us know.
You brought it up.
You just
As
have
in
to let us
the
know.
soundtrack, or as in like FX samples? Lines and shit. True.
He's his father's son.
Come on now, who do you think you are? Bless your soul. I think you're crazy.
Dance, motherfucker. I'm gonna get claimed for that one. Alright, I'm gonna watch like a little bit of a video and then I'm gonna end stream for tonight. Just a short 3-hour one. Don't know when I'm gonna start doing 8ers again, probably after the album.
Even with the anacondas, it was like, you know, it started with the snakes, and they'd be like, you know, teach us about the snakes. And then after a while, I was like, guys, where are the anacondas? You know, like, this is supposed to be the Amazon. Where the hell are they?
Yeah.
And so they're like, well, once a year we go on these, like, hunting expeditions upriver. So they're like, come with us. And there's this family of brothers. JJ has, like, 17 brothers, and they're like, come with us. And it's literally just a dugout canoe, like a little, you know, 16 horsepower motor, and you go up for 10 days, 12 days, to places where you go, where are we? And they're like, no, it doesn't have a name. We're just on river. You're just out. And so, you know, we were hunting and fishing, and we're just like surviving off the land,
He's
going
just
up the
like-
thing. And then we started catching the anacondas basking on the sides of the river. And so we just started jumping on these snakes, grabbing them by the neck. The first one I did, I fucked up.
I wear the beanie all the time. While I sleep, while I'm at work, when I'm on stream. Always.
So the first anaconda I ever caught. The first anaconda I ever caught, I really fucked up because I was like, okay, I know how to catch snakes. I've handled big snakes. I know what I'm doing, you know. They were going to come in from the bottom. I was going to come in from the top. I ran in and I grabbed the snake by the head, and she went whoosh and wrapped my hands. And my
Yeah.
I was like, oh, shit.
I love it. I started doing it way back in the day, and I was just like, I don't know. I like to feel covered up. Makes me feel like it's part of the reason I'm named Sea Blizzard. It's because I loved being covered up like that. It just felt like I was like in the driver's seat of life, especially when I was high.
Oh no!
I was like, now I can't get out of this if I wanted to. And the next call.
Well, when I'm hot, no chance. I'll take the shit off, but I don't like being hot. But
oil came over my shoulders.
I do like being covered up.
And it's a 200-pound snake, so I'm on my knees.
Shit.
And so I went to scream JJ, and I got nothing out. And so I'm sitting there wrapped in an anaconda with my clavicle like turning into a V. My shoulders were almost touching, and I could feel my ribs just about to go.
Oh boy!
And 3 of my friends jumped on. They started untying it from the tail and everything like that. But I came that close. Like,
boy!
I really fucked up.
Oh boy! Look at the size of that thing. Yeah. Is that the one?
That is not the one. That is.
Oh, look at the size.
Jesus Christ! That looks fake. Its head is the size of a big old dude's hand.
Size of that thing.
And that's not even as big as I get.
How big is that one?
That one is 18 feet 6 inches.
Oh my God.
That's so big.
This is the largest
That is what she said.
scientifically wild caught verified anaconda.
There's something I always remember Joe Rogan said. It always kind of rings in my head sometimes when I look at him, and I was just like, he's such the type of guy that would say that. He said this thing one time. They were talking about fucking, and he was like, I remember this specifically. He goes, women just love to be stuffed. All women. It's so funny to me. I was just like, stuffed. This fucking guy
that we have.
Wow.
In scientific literature. I mean, people have records of bigger ones. I've seen bigger ones.
The apes thing he said so much dumb shit. There's no way you could have predicted what I was gonna say.
We named her Eleanor after my grandmother.
That's the 18-foot one.
This is the 18 feet 6
That
inches.
shit would eat you,
pounds,
no
but she was
problem.
hungry. She was.
Look at the size of that thing.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah.
So if that one that got a hold of you, that's not this one. It's a different one.
No, the one that got a hold of me was 5 feet shorter than this one. This thing is a dragon. This thing is like the Kraken. There's no way.
No, what? How big do they get?
That's JJ, by the way. I keep talking about. Okay, so here's my measurement. And actually, somebody recently sent me a video of you and Forrest Galante.
Yeah.
Talking about this, about how big can an anaconda get. Me and JJ were out on this place called the Floating Forest one night, and I was thinking about getting on the cover of National Geographic. I was thinking about getting attention at that time.
Right.
And but we had gone deeper down the Amazon rabbit hole than anyone had ever gone. We found this place, the Floating Forest, where you're walking on rafts of floating grass, and you're walking past treetops. So there's a forest underneath the lake, but you're walking on the surface of it.
What?
And the anacondas love it.
Wow.
Because they can sit on these grassy islands, and if anything comes, the whole thing is like a giant tympanic membrane. As soon as something takes a step, they're like, threat, and they go down. And just like any big fish, just like any ancient giant crocodile, those shrewd old motherfuckers that have been there for a century, that's where they live. And so we were out there 2 o'clock in the morning, and we're walking on these
He isn't.
grassy rafts.
He has video proof of all the shit he says. This guy's everybody knows Paul Rosalie. He's done many documentaries of him living in the Amazon. He ain't making it up. Trust me.
And JJ's going, this is anaconda. And I went, that is not anaconda, because the grass was pushed down, but it was this big. And I was like, this can't be anaconda. He's going, this is. He goes, if
He's a book called Mother of God. I want to read it so bad because, yeah, that shit's crazy.
there's a crocodile, he goes, you'd see the,
I'm obsessed with the
feet.
Amazon rainforest. It's
Can't
like a
be. And
different
then
planet.
Middle of the night, the stars are shining in the black water and everything, and we're by the tops. We're in the
Floating grass canopy. It's real. That shit's real. I looked it up actually last night. I was looking up canopy and like what it looks like. And I was like, oh my god, it's literally a forest on top of a forest. It's like a natural treehouse.
Canopy of a forest on top.
The branches are so wide. It's like a street.
Top of a lake, and we see
It's
two
insanity.
anacondas. One of them is so big that I would say
I would
it's
never
probably
go there, but it would be
24,
so
25.
beautiful if I did. Yeah, can it really be dense enough to stand on though? Yeah. It's a whole different biome. It's literally like a separate biome up top in the canopy. He said there's that's where the most of the things that people haven't discovered is in the canopy, is in the Amazon canopy.
Feet. Gigantic. That was an 18-footer. Then there was like another like a 16-footer on it, and my first response was, we have to catch this snake. And so I jumped on it. I just didn't think about it. I just jumped on the snake.
Oh my God.
And so the snake, and you know, I always say, like, you know, pics or it didn't happen, but this was the middle of the night. I jumped on the snake, and as I'm holding it, the one
That's why he always has pics. He brought like a hard drive to the Joe Rogan podcast, and also to the one podcast that I was watching in the beginning of the stream. That's better than this one, than the Joe Rogan one. You know, it's usually just Joe Rogan going, whoa.
measurement I have is that I was holding onto the snake and my fingers couldn't touch. That's how big this thing was. And so it dragged me to the edge of the grass.
What?
That big.
Oh my
That
God.
big.
Oh my God. Your
Yeah.
fingers couldn't touch.
Yeah. So like
Oh my God.
And Joe Rogan will believe it. Okay.
Oh my God.
No, I'm pretty sure he got like a video of this exact thing. JJ is always filming. JJ is like some like nomadic, like barefoot from birth. He's friends with him. And that's the only reason he gets to like, he taught him everything. Shit's wild. I've been on a rabbit hole with this guy.
God.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Dude, that's so big.
It's so fucking big. And people said, "Oh, did it eat something?" And it's like, no, that was how big the snake was. And I know, because when she got to the edge of the grass, I dipped in head first. And this snake could have turned around and just eaten me. She didn't. Her head was like bigger than a Rottweiler. It's bigger than Marshall's.
Oh my God.
But she dove into the water. Her idea is just escape, you know, stay alive. So she goes down, and my face poked into the water, and I was like, fuck that. You know, you look straight down into hell down there. And I was sitting there holding onto the grass with this giant anaconda rushing by me, you know, 25 feet of anaconda slithering past me. And I put my hand on her, and as she went by, my hand eventually went, and then her tail slipped by me, and I was just alone in the dark in the Amazon.
Yeah, I think he'd really need to like explain to us exactly what he's talking about for us to really know to like visualize it.
And I just seen this dragon, and then I turned around and went, "What the fuck happened to JJ?" And JJ's just standing there, and he turned completely white.
It is. Not the one he's talking about, but the canopy I'm talking about is like, it's like a whole different biome above. It's more than 100 feet. It's like 300 feet in the air. And yeah, it's like, it's dense enough to walk on. The monkeys are all up there. It's crazy.
And he was just, his circuits were blown. He was like, and I was like, you could have helped. I was like, you could have helped, man.
So.
And the picture of him with MRSA on his face is insane. He looked like he looked like a different species. Misstep and die. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it's pretty wild out there. They also built this treehouse too that he showed in one of the videos that was like above the canopy. He was like, this is the safest spot. It was like a treetop like 700 feet in the air. There was a stairway all the way up, like a around the tree. Crazy shit. Yeah, I could watch that shit all night. But yeah, I'm gonna end stream for tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. So that's fucking from Annie. Tomorrow. He got cuties. He got the cuties. Alright, brother. Have a good night. Sleep tight. And don't let those